Today's roulette strategy is called the Great 28 and it's presented to us by Mike H. Pretty simple one. After this spin, I'll get the bet on the table. We're, of course, playing for 37 spins with our $1,000 bankroll. The hint is in the name 28 numbers are going to be covered all of the time. The progression is pretty simple. You're probably going to want to have the bet saved like I have. Now, speaking to Mike H in the Discord, started off with $10 units, which felt a bit aggressive. Then we said, well, maybe $5 units, but not sure if that'll do well enough. So we're going for $8 units. You'll see how it's set up. Let's get the bet on the table. So I've got it saved here, the Great 28, and it looks like this. So we have 4 corners covering the middle and bottom column, and then so that's with $8. Almost forgot what I was talking about then. And then the top column is $24. So that column is 3 times the amount that the corners are. And we're going to win the same amount of money on all of the numbers that come in. All 28 numbers pay exactly the same. So it's a $56 starting bet. We've hit that top column. $56 bet, return 72. So we're winning $16 a spin here. So this could, if it gets lucky, absolutely fly. I mean, if we hit $16 for 37 spins in a row, it's going to be a big, big score. Of course, we're expecting to hit some losers on this 37 spin session. That makes sense? I think it actually does. It just sounds strange. So obviously with 28 numbers covered, we have 9 whacks. Each whack, we're going to go up a unit. It's not a martingale. It's basically just add a unit. That's another nice winner. So whilst we are at this level, we're just collecting those $16 profits. Simply repeat the bet. So what will it do? Go from 56, 112, then 112 plus 56, 168. And then again, another $56. Then what happens when we go up this progression, adding a unit on each loser, we win 2 and go back a step. So it's sort of like a D'Alembert system. 5's a loser. So we're going to do that now. We're going to go up a unit. Be interesting to see the recovery. We're going to go into the negative after that. So we repeat the bet and add a unit. Obviously, the first one is the same as doubling, but essentially we're just adding it here. And we'll just remember we were at $16. So if we win 2 of these, we go back to 8. Now I'm unsure if we win 2 of these, will we get back to session profit? Maybe not, but hopefully we just reduce and build it up the other way. So 26 is a winner. Let's repeat our bet. So how much money are we winning there? 24 to 8. So we're winning 32 a spin. Yeah, so if this does win, we'll be back at session profit and we'll reset. Now, I think if you go on a couple of, let's say we increase to 112, win 1, lose 1, increase, win 1, lose 1, increase, that's not going to fully recover when you eventually hit 2 in a row. But Mike has said if you get close, which a lot of these strategies have said, which is basically relying on my judgment, like if we're kind of close to session profit, then reset. A nice little repeater into 26. Looked like it was going to go into 0 for a bit then. So there we go. We're at $40 now, and we're just going to reset to that original Great 28 bet. So at the end of these 37 spins, we're going to know if we're lucky or unlucky. 28 numbers covered. There's 37 numbers on the board. We're having 37 spins, so we should, probability-wise, win 28, lose 9. And obviously, we'll see if we get lucky or unlucky and what the results are from that. So at the moment, we are lucky. 4 wins, 1 loss. But I think this is one of those that's going to depend on when your losses come. Like if you just hit your losers on the base bet, but then win the next two, you're going to do absolutely fine. So we're already $56 in profit. We've only played 6 spins. So you might, well, we'll obviously see how this goes. But depending on how big our bets go, you might want to do this with just $5 bets and not really, I'm not going to use the word greedy, but you don't need that much profit every single spin. Let's just repeat that bet. So we worked it out, and it's quite difficult to work out because obviously you need 2 wins before you go back a level. And we basically worked it out where a $5 unit and an $8 unit essentially gives you the same amount of progressions. So you might as well have 8. Now, obviously that changes if you hit a couple of winners on the way, then $5 bets give you a bit more progressions. But anybody that's watched my original videos where we talk about how many progressions to have, and it's not all about, it's so you could start with like a 1 cent bet, couldn't you? And you have unlimited progressions, but the amount of money that you're going to make is minuscule. So you always need to consider the sweet spot of, okay, I'm not going to have 25 progressions. I'm going to have 20 progressions, but my profit should be enough. Because otherwise, if you have, let's say, for example, you had a target profit and you have to play all day at those tiny, tiny bets, it's better off just playing bigger bets. Right, we've lost one. And we're going to add a unit. I'm going to do it the proper way. So just add a unit. It's not a martingale. It's not a double up system, but first one to second one looks like a double up. So we've already seen if you win the next 2 and reset, you're at session profit. But that sounds too easy. I can't see us doing that the entire way. There's 1. And repeat the bet. So yeah, we've had a couple of strategies that have covered 28 numbers. Seems to be a popular coverage of the board. This one's the Great 28. We played the Split Master before, didn't we? Where you start off with 28, then you go to 26, then you go to 24. I think that one had potential, but it just, if you looked at the stats at the end of that session, it just got remarkably unlucky. Well, not remarkably unlucky, it got unlucky. And with all of our roulette strategies, we need to be not outrageously unlucky. Right, here we go. We're going to go to that next level. So we're in the negative now. So we're going to repeat and we're going to add a unit. So our bets are growing here. $168 bet. So we need to win 2 of these and then we're going to drop down to that $112 bet. So this isn't even going to be a reset. Unless, so what might happen here, I actually don't know. If we win 2, reduce, then win 1, we might be at session profit, then we can reset. But let's get through these first 2. Hopefully we win the first 2, then we can drop a level. Okay, just going to repeat that bet. I think the reason for the setup, now, probability-wise, you could choose any 4 corners and then obviously the other column. But I think he set it up in a way, I was just having a look at the numbers. So that's a good example there. 8 came in. he's got a good section of the board covered. So, for example, 10's a winner, 23's a winner, 8's a winner, 30's a winner, 11's a winner, 36 is a winner, 13 is a winner, 27 is a winner. So you got that nice section. I think that's why he's picked the bets that he's picked. Right, so we've won 2. We're going to drop down a level. So we're on 24 there. We need these to go to 16 now. Just zoom in there. So they've obviously reduced by 8 each. We started at 8, then we went to 16, then we went to 24. 1, 2 in a row, go back down to 16. And if I'm not mistaken, just one win, 88, 48. Will be very close. So I think just one win here and we can reset. Because he said at session high or close. Let's see. We're $8 short. I think that's a reset. So you could argue that you go again at this level. You win 2, then reduce. But with this, seen as at base level, we're winning $16 a time. I don't mind being $8 short and then just trying to build up from there. So that was 2 losers on our progression. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Good job I took it down. So we're going to repeat that bet and add a unit. So what I was trying to explain before is we were up here and following our progression, we lost 2. Then we managed to hit 2 in a row, reduce our bet, win the 3rd one, and we were basically back to where we were. I took the executive decision to bring it down because we were only $8 short. And good job I did because I only lost $56 rather than $112. That 26 is serving us nicely. I'm just going to repeat that bet. We're quite lucky with that 26. Look at this. So we've hit 26 3 times already. But if you look at the board, 35 is a loser, 3 is a loser, 0 is a loser, 32 is a loser. So out of all those numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of those, there's only one winner. And every time it goes close to that section, it just, luckily for us, lands in that winning number. Because that area of the wheel is not really good for us. Okay, now we're back to that 88. So we won 2, and we're going to drop it down. We're at 17 spins already. Is this table sped up, or am I just enjoying myself too much? So we're almost halfway there. At the base level, we're $88 in profit. So like I said, it depends on if you can win 2 in a row and reset. If you watch the Splitmaster video, yes, we had 24 numbers. So here we got 28 numbers. We just couldn't win those 2 in a row. And that's when these sorts of systems get extremely frustrating. That's that nice section of the wheel I was talking about. We're just going to repeat that bet. So this is one of those systems where the recovery slows us down rather than makes us money. So like, for example, the Fibonacci sequence, when you do hit a winner, you shoot into profit. This one is more about just getting back to where you were. That's good. Getting back to where you were and building on that, which I quite like because with $56 bet, 112, 168. What's the next one? 200 and something, 224, is it? Um, that can easily get out of hand pretty fast. So if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this tournament, from this channel in general, is be sensible with your resets. I know sometimes you reset and you kick yourself and say, I should have just left it at that bet. But those shoulda, woulda, couldas are going to cost you a lot of money in the long run. I don't like it when the ball does that. Okay, we're 20 spins in and we're $136 up. 20 spins is what normally, well, not normally, but this roulette tournament sort of has a theme of does well up until about the halfway point, 20, 25 spins, and then just goes meow. But I think if this can make the semi-final, $136 in 20 spins, because guys, don't forget, sorry, it's not the semi-finals, it's the knockout stages. $136 in 20 spins, that's quite a good score. We'll just repeat this. I still think with our 37 strategies, a score of about 300 is what you're going to need to reach those knockout stages. This is when it's enjoyable to play 28 numbers. When you've got more than 2/3 of the board covered, in fact, you've almost got three-quarters of the board covered. This is when it's nice because you just collect to win, collect to win, collect to win. Yes, I increase my bets, but I'm massively favourite to win the next spin and the next spin after that. But obviously, the flip side is your bets are going to start getting massive in order to recoup your losses. Okay, we've hit a loser. So we repeat, add a unit. Two of these, reduce. Hopefully. Okay, that's good. There's one. And repeat the bet. Let's just zoom into those stats for us. So yeah, we know that we're going to get above that 168, but obviously it's just slowed us down rather than winning, winning, winning. But we can't ask for 37 winning numbers in a row, can we? We did it, and we're going to drop our bets. Let's have a quick look at these numbers. We are. I mean, this is going perfectly, really. And watch what happens now I've said that. But what was our loser? That one. Win two, reset. If we do that all day, lose one, win two. Lose one, win two. We'll do absolutely fine. Okay. So another loser. So we're going to increase our bet. But the obvious difference is, so if we lose one, win two, it's fine. But if we win 8, then lose 5, it just depends on when those losers come, is the point I'm trying to make. We haven't lost 2 in a row yet, which for video purposes, to see how this can perform, might be worth happening.
11 black is the number.
Obviously, I'd prefer not to because I don't want to lose any money, but I am interested to see what the progression looks like if you lose 2 in a row, come back, then win another 2 in a row. Not sure if you'll fully recoup, which we don't need to. We just need to get close.
Good luck.
So that was our 27th spin. We've got 10 more. We got it, and we reset. I mean, pretty good wagering as well. $2,400 wagering. Remember, every bet is a minimum of $56. So if you guys are in the Casino Matchmaker leaderboard, which I hope that you are, there's $3,000 giveaway every month. We also have additional random drops, give away $500 roughly every 2 weeks. This seems like a pretty good one to climb up that leaderboard. That's a winner. I thought that was a loser based on where it was on the wheel, but that's actually a winner. And I said, I hope you are in the leaderboard. Guys, play wherever you're comfortable. But I like to try and how can I put this best? I want my community to play at the best casinos for them. And this might not be for everybody, but the reward system, the extra bonuses, the games on offer is one of the best that you can play at. So obviously play wherever you're comfortable, but if you are looking for a good one, this is. I wouldn't play here if it wasn't. I wouldn't make roulette videos almost every single day playing at a casino that didn't give me rewards, had terrible rules, I thought was scamming me. I mean, to be honest, I see a few channels, they emphasize the fact on dodgy, scammy casinos. I think you're going to be very unlucky to find a scammy casino. And the reason is the house edge is on their side. They don't need to do it. They don't need to risk the lawsuits and all that sort of stuff. Five's a loser, isn't it? Yeah, five is a loser. So repeat that bet and add a unit. Yes, there definitely are some out there that will just, for example, not when you go to withdraw, they'll have a on withdrawal, or you might not even get the withdrawal, or they'll just close down. But I think they're very far and few between. Like, I would put it out there about 90% of online casinos. No, I'd go even as far as 95% are not dodgy, are not scams. And I think people overemphasize that there are some. They focus on those. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the online gambling world. We're doing reasonably okay here, aren't we? 32 spins so far. Hopefully we can win this and reset. Got 5 spins left. I'd like to hit this and reduce our bets so we don't get too wild. All right. Just as we're coming towards the end. Repeat. Add a unit. So we're now at 80, but this is the worst bit. And obviously if we hit a loser, we add another 56 to that. right at the end. Come on, don't fall apart.
And this is
Okay, we got one.
black. Even high number from the wisdom section. Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing Basket
We
Opening.
repeat.
Welcome to place your next best now.
If this wins, we go back
Let's see.
to 16 on the corners.
Let's see. Cards that they
And then obviously that column is 3 times 16, which I can't work out right now. 30 plus 12. Don't know why I can't work that out. What's 16 times 3? 40, is it 48? I feel like it's 48. Okay, we got it. So we're going to go back.
Ladies and gentlemen, wisdom section for the con. Congratulations. Your wedding time is opening. Welcome to place in
So
Basket.
press this twice.
Even numbers we have the last six
Yeah,
places.
my maths was right. It's a $48 bet on the column, 16 on the corners. 2 more spins.
Together.
And I might reset here, 216. If I can get close to 216, I'll reset. We did.
Target is number is even, number is high from the refund section, so can count.
208. I'm $8 short. I'm going to do the same like I did last time
Thank you so much
and
for playing. Basket open for you. You're welcome.
reset. I'm just thinking for Mike H to have a chance at being in that top 8, I might have needed to not reset. It would only be another $16. But the risk to reward to lose 56 or to lose 112, to either win 16 or to win 32, I think it's worth bringing it down. I made the right decision again. It's a shame to lose on the last spin, but that did pretty good. $152. What did I say? Look at the stats, guys. I said at the start of the video, we should win 28 and lose 9. That is exactly what has happened. And we managed to win $152. So even with the true probabilities playing out, $152 profit, that's because of obviously the progressions that we were following. Worked out quite nicely. Mike H, I like that. Is it going to be enough to make the top 8? We'll obviously have to find out. It's in the top 8 for now. Let me know what you thought of that strategy. I think that's pretty nice and simple. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.